Welcome to the biology class. In this video, we are going to start Unit 15. Light, heat, cold, sound, smell, taste, touch, pressure, pain, gravity are external stimuli. These external stimuli are present in the environment. Stimuli is a plural word. The singular form is stimulus. Stimulus refers to the changes in the environmental conditions. In the environment, the light gets changed. There is change in the heat level in the environment. Light, heat, cold are the various stimuli. There is change in the level of stimuli in the environment. Living organisms are able to detect the external stimuli. Living organisms are able to detect the changes in the environment. Sense organs of organisms receive the stimuli. The stimuli are processed by the brain, and then the living organisms are able to respond to stimuli. Due to change in their surroundings, the living organisms change their behavior, that is, respond. In the early morning, all the organisms are very active. The birds come out of the nest. The animals move here and there in search of food. At night, they move into their nest. Their behavior is changed. This is due to change in the external stimuli. These kind of responses are called reactions. If we touch a hot object, we will withdraw the hands. Here, the heat is a stimulus, and withdrawal of hand is the response. Living organisms can survive because they are able to show a correct response for a particular stimulus. On seeing a bright flash of light, we will close our eyes. This is a correct response. Bright light is a stimulus. Closing the eyes is the response. For the survival of living organisms, an organism must show correct response. Organisms must show appropriate responses so that they can function, they can live. How do the organisms show correct response for a particular stimulus in the environment? The organs work together in a controlled way to show a correct response. Living organisms have various organs. Organs work together in a controlled way so that they are able to show correct response. Working of organs are controlled. That is coordination. There is coordination in the working of various organs. This coordination is done by two systems in our body. In this lesson, we are going to learn one of the systems which involve in coordination. That is nervous system. Nervous system coordinates the activities of various organs of our body. It is a coordinating system. Nervous system is made up of nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is made up of three components: neurons or nerve cells. Neurons are long cells. They carry signal from one part of the body to another part. Neurons detect the stimuli, they receive the stimuli and transmit different kinds of stimuli. Our eyes receive light, ears receive sound, nose receives smell. All are stimuli. Neurons detect the stimuli and carry the stimuli to the brain. In addition to the neurons, neuroglial cells are there. Neuroglia are called as glial cells. The glial cells do not carry any signal. Neurons carry electrical signal from one part of the body to another part, but the glial cells called as neuroglia do not carry any signal. They fill the gaps between the nerve cells. Nerve fibers are the branches of nerve cells. Nerve fiber is a portion of a nerve cell that carries nerve impulse. This is a nerve cell. It has one long branch, that is nerve fiber. The nerve fiber carries nerve impulses. Nerve impulses are electrical signals. Nerve fibers are bundled up together to form nerves. Inside the nerves, many nerve fibers are bundled together. In this diagram, a nerve shows three bundles of nerve fibers. Let us see the structure of neuron. Neurons are the basic units of nervous system. A typical neuron consists of three parts. The important part of nerve cell or neuron is cyton. It is called a cell body because it has basic cell structure. It has cytoplasm, nucleus, and various cell organelles. And the nerve cell has a long branch called as axon. Axon is called as nerve fiber. It carries stimuli. It carries nerve impulse. And many short branches are there. They are called as dendrites. Cyton, axon, and dendrites are the three important parts of a nerve cell. A nerve cell has important part, that is cyton. It is called a cell body or perikaryon. It has cytoplasm, so it is called a cyton. It has cytoplasm and the central nucleus. The cytoplasm of nerve cell is called as neuroplasm. Then neuroplasm has central nucleus. The cytoplasm of nerve cell has small granules called as Nisser's granules. Nisser's granules are found in the cytoplasm of a nerve cell. In addition to the nucleus and Nisser's granules, the cytoplasm has cell organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes, lysosomes, and endoplasmic reticulum. Organelles, Nisser's granules, nucleus are found in the cytoplasm. Dendrites are long, short branches. Dendrites are numerous branches. They arise from cytoplasm. The dendrites receive nerve impulse from the previous nerve cell and send the nerve impulse to the cyton. Dendrites send nerve impulse towards the cyton. Dendrites are numerous. Their branches arise from cytoplasm. A single axon is present in a nerve cell. Axon is a single elongated slender projection. It carries nerve impulse from cyton to another nerve cell. End of the axon has many branches. The branches end with synaptic knob. Synaptic knob are small knob-like structures. They are filled with chemicals. End of the axon is synaptic knob. The axon carries impulses away from the cyton. A nerve cell has single axon. This is an axon. The axon has membrane covering. The plasma membrane of axon is called as axolemma. What is axolemma? It is a plasma membrane of axon. Inside the plasma membrane, cytoplasm is present, called as axoplasm. The cytoplasm of axon is called as axoplasm. In some nerve cells, a myelin sheath is present. A covering called as myelin sheath is present in some nerve cells. When a nerve cell has myelin sheath, that is white in color, that nerve cell is called as myelinated neuron. Neurons containing myelin sheath are called as myelinated neurons. Myelinated neurons carry nerve impulse. When the axon is covered by myelin sheath, that is called as myelinated neuron or white neuron. The white neurons carry nerve impulses. Myelin sheath acts as insulator and ensures rapid transmission of your nerve impulses. Myelin sheath causes fast transmission of nerve impulses. It acts as insulator. We can see insulator around the electric wire. Electric wire transmits electric current. The axon transmits nerve impulse. Myelin sheath acts as insulator. It transmits nerve impulse faster. Now let us see the membrane coverings of axon. Axoplasm is covered by axolemma. Next to the axolemma there is myelin sheath. In some neurons they are called as myelinated neurons. Myelin sheath is covered by another covering made up of Schwann cells. The Schwann cells form another covering around myelin sheath. The Schwann cells have nucleus. That covering is called as neurolemma. Axolemma covers axoplasm. In myelinated neurons, next to the axolemma there is myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is covered by neurolemma made up of Schwann cells. The myelin sheath is not a continuous layer. It has breaks or gaps called as nodes of Ranvier. The junction between two neurons is called as synapse. End of the neuron and beginning of another neuron. Synapse is present between the end of one neuron and beginning of another neuron. That is called as synaptic junction. The junction between two neurons is called a synaptic junction or synapse. Here there is a gap. In the gap, nerve impulses are carried by chemicals. End of the axon has branches. The branches end with synaptic knob. Synaptic knobs are filled with chemicals. Synaptic knobs are filled with chemicals. These chemicals carry nerve impulses. So these chemicals are neurotransmitters. They carry nerve impulse in the synapse. Acetylcholine is an example for neurotransmitter.